Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and ringside hype folk everywhere, welcome back to the greatest show on the internet. It's Preston.
Sorry.
During the intro? You did that one? Huh, bud? Taun can't play, folks. The fucking problem child is Preston. Sorry, I can't do anything about him either. We're just sort of stuck with that whole situation. And the one who's real good at this game, wow, golly, I guess that's Taun Mitchell. No respect. Zero respect that I get from this guy.
We're fighting fairness.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel like
all the like big bads are sort of named for like virtues and stuff.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah. An astute observation.
Do you think Trump's gonna get impeached?
Is there recent drama that would make it more likely than it has been?
The most recent thing I heard was the Roger Stone stuff.
What's Roger Stone stuff? I might have missed this.
Oh.
Just die. Die like the coward you are.
Sick, so I'm only like passively paying attention to it. But he was he worked for the he worked for the campaign.
Okay.
I think, or he was something, and he was a big. Anyway, he was really in Trump's corner.
That took a fucking second, huh?
And then and he was arrested by the FBI.
Nice.
This past week.
Nice.
For Russia stuff.
Do you want to look at my next LP?
Sorry, I was really phoned that description in, but I really have only been paying attention with like half an ear because I've been so focused on being sick. But their big narrative is it says Alfheim 7.
Oh no. Does it say which verse that's in?
Chapter 3. No. It just says Chapter 3, Alfheim 7.
Okay. There's no other context at all?
It describes where the location.
That'd be tight.
It says when you enter Alfheim 7, jump down to the left and head south following the path. The LP will be sitting on a large rock.
Why does it say Alfheim 7? Are you on goddamn GameFAQs?
No, I'm on Bayonetta.fandom.com.
Alright. Drop off the path to the left is all I got.
What's Alfheim 7?
I thought that was where the challenge rooms are. But maybe just everything is trash and garbage. This was going to be a guess of mine, but this doesn't seem like anything. This doesn't seem like anything.
It says when you enter.
When you enter?
Yeah.
Alfheim 7.
When you enter Alfheim 7.
I can't believe they don't tell you a verse.
Different description?
I can't believe they decided to make a bad one. They could have not made a bad one, they just chose to. You know what I'm saying? Dog?
So this one says Chapter 3, verse 9.
Chapter 3, verse 9? That seems like it makes way more sense.
Behind you on the left side after you enter the Garden of Light, which seems similar to the description from the last one.
Why'd they call it Alfheim 7, Preston?
I don't know.
Account for yourself.
I just don't know.
Oh, fuck. I wasn't good at any video game ever.
I guess we'll find out if that helps or not.
What the
when it comes
fuck?
up.
Well, I'm so bad at video games.
So now the narrative about Roger Stone that they're trying to spin is that the FBI used like undue force to arrest him because they like showed up at his house with like full team, heavily armed and stuff, and he's like, I'm a 72-year-old man and they all showed up with guns.
Boo-hoo.
Yeah. What was I gonna do? I don't even own a firearm. I'm helpless.
I'm gonna fucking die because of this. I'm gonna kill myself because of this.
What are you trying to do?
I don't know. Which is probably the real crux of the issue so often for me.
Okay. Did you? Okay. I guess you did it. Yeah.
Yeah, my suffering draws to a close at long last. But I did go ahead and just lose all my health, so I'm just gonna be dealing with that for a while.
Is this the same lava flow that you were running from earlier that it's just caught up with you. That's awesome.
I think I'd rather surf about this one, if it's chill with you. If there's an option for surf,
That was great.
I believe I would prefer to surf, thank you.
You're in the walls now?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
When I'm under the moonlight, I can defy gravity.
You can just do whatever you want. No rules.
Basically.
Fuck the rules.
Fuck the police. Where do I want to go? I want to go here.
Whoa. Is it weird, like, just not, like, changing your, like,
It's-
changing the gravity like that?
It's pretty easy to control.
Okay.
I don't feel like I'm like struggling to change my gravity.
Ooh.
Oh, except for when that happens, Jesus.
What are those warning signs about? Oh, those are, like, marquee signs or something? Marquee
Yeah,
signs.
it's a little challenge, you know?
So there's a volcano that's happening because that dragon threw a hissy fit?
Yeah, had himself a hissy. I know. Just I guess everything sucks.
Ooh. Ugh.
Yeah, come on, dog. This section
Does it, like, not
for sure
grab it?
sucks, though.
Sometimes it kind of I'm hoping it's better than this, but it kind of reminds me of like a sequence from like Sonic the Hedgehog where you just like have to jump for a new plane to land on and hope that like
God
your
fucking damn it.
gravity
I'm so
changes.
goddamn bad at the quick time events because they are so goddamn infrequent. Sorry, I got worked up. I hate quick time events very much in any game.
When they don't give you like ample time to prepare for it.
Just ever. Anytime there's a quick time event, I hate it so much. For certain things in this where it's like you're going to do a special, fine. I can handle that. But when it's just like that one didn't really give me any prompt of like there's going to be a cut or there's going to be a quick time event because during cutscenes like that, I take my hands off my comfortable playing position because I'm like, okay, nothing's happening for a second.
No,
I'm locked
can't do
in.
that.
Especially something like this where there are so many times where there's just like shit happening in the background. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you were saying something about Sonic.
Oh yeah, it just reminds me of like something from like Sonic 06. Where you just like have to jump
Let's go. Up this way.
and like hope that your gravity changes. Or just like tumble off into the nothingness.
Oh, you can also do it too early. I've just learned. I just thought I was just gonna mash it and be fine. Not an option.
I'm sorry.
It's all good.
Bless you. That was a good donut. Thank you.
First day of banana bread.
Wow. Means there's a lot more oomph in it.
It's fresh. Fresh to death.
Fresh from the water source. The water source? I don't know. There's a bottled water ad that keeps showing up on Hulu.
Oh, that
bothers me.
sounds like Arrowhead.
Bottles fresh from the mountain source. And they just say that 8 times. Even though it's like not
Do they
a
get angrier
sentence.
each time?
No, I do. Like, dog, I'm not here for your water ad.
Do it.
I did that one.
Nice.
So there is some...
You got a bonus.
There's some heads up. Like, I don't want people to comment and be like, well, there's that big indicator of that, like, you're going to have to jump soon. Like, I get that's a thing. But it's kind of infrequent when
You're not
when it do
getting
happen.
is that Taun is bad at QuickTime.
I just hate them. If I know they're coming, like, I can handle it. I'm not great, but I can handle it. But they're just infrequent in this. Like, I haven't played a lot of God of War, but I feel like there's pretty much constantly QuickTime events. So I just learned to, like, anticipate that I'm going to have to keep my hands on the controller at all times.
Yeah.
But for this one, like, is there going to be a QuickTime event right now? I don't have control of the camera. Is this a cinematic moment?
Do you have to fight 2 of these fellas?
Yeah, it's going to be a bad time.
Ah!
I accidentally was too close to a car, so I thought I wasn't trying to attack them. I was trying to
Oh yeah.
do some car shit.
That happens sometimes to me too.
Every time I'm too close to a car, I just start combat with that instead.
Are they weaker now, or are they just 2 of the exact same?
Yeah, there's just 2 of them.
Oh. It seems like enough time has gone by to do that.
Right? I like this game very much, but I think that its difficulty arc's a little bit whack.
So, talk to me. I want to get your raw, candid opinion.
Okay.
Games that recycle early game boss fights as late game, like, common enemies.
They do that a lot in Bayonetta and a lot of beat 'em up games that I'm super into. I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Oftentimes, I've grown enough as a character, not only like I, as a player, have figured out controls and moves and shit a little better, but I've also unlocked better weapons and better combos or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's a real good moment for me to be like, yeah, I'm so badass now. So I'm pretty into it. And especially for like a kind of smaller studio like Platinum Games, it lets them stretch out the game a little bit. And I don't think they abuse it to the point that it feels like they're just trying to stretch it out. It just makes it feel like, yeah, they're making the game dense with what they have available. They're getting maximum use out of this thing without making it feel too heavy-handed.
Nice job.
Verse 7. Oh, we're looking for verse 9.
Yeah.
That's right. Looking for Alfheim 7. What's going on here?
Ugh.
Kind of looking forward to exploring that area, but I guess there's probably just nothing there. What's your feeling on that thing you just described?
I think the same. Like, if it's organic and like makes me feel like, oh wow, now I'm just like way stronger.
Yeah.
Then like I'm neutral to it. Like I'm never like neat. But like if it does feel like they're just like, I don't know, like in Double Dragon, when like after like stage 3, like Bobo's just like an enemy that you can encounter on the street. I'm just like, man, you just like couldn't come up with anything else, huh?
You're trying to get my quarters. That's the truth there. That's goddamn gospel.
I can't really think of that many examples of it, I guess. I mean, I know that it happens, I guess, probably more commonly in beat-em-ups, which I don't really play many of. They do it a little bit, I guess, in Kingdom Hearts, since we were talking about it.
Yeah.
Like, there are enemies that are, like, treated with, like, not bosses, but, like, the enemies that are, like, whoa, this is a big tough guy for, like, a condiment enemy.
Yeah.
That, like, later in the game, they're like, oh, here's, like, 5
Just pepper that shit out.
Yeah.
And in Kingdom Hearts 1 especially, like, there's a section where narratively, all the Heartless become much more powerful.
Yeah.
And that's such a trip where it's like, yeah, I've, like, learned to deal with these kind of, like, tough guys, but now they're, like, fucking tough.
Yeah. Yeah, and that very much felt like they were just kind of, like, stretching.
Yeah, it's also the section where Beast has to carry for you because you get your Keyblade taken away.
Yeah.
And you're just fucking useless.
And I guess the only other examples that I can think of are kind of complicated because I think they're... Legend of Zelda, they do that. For sure. Like the Dodongos are one. More, not so much in the 3D ones, I think, as in the, like, the... with
What's the word?
isometric.
What's the huh? Oh, isometric? Is that the word you're going to go with?
No, I don't think that's right. They're like top down.
Good though. There it is. How many D's?
Earthbound is isometric.
What?
Earthbound.
Earthbound's still top down. Isometric's like Diablo.
Oh.
Sorry.
Like where it's like 3/4?
Where there's no actual perspective. Like in this, you can see that off in the distance things get smaller.
Yeah.
Diablo, everything renders flatly. And if they want to give the illusion of depth, it's an illusion, but it makes it so like the ground lays flat instead of like disappearing to a vanishing point. It all lays flat so you can see where all the loot falls.
Why is that different than top down?
I may be confusing orthographic now that I think about it. No, isometric's still the same thing, I think. I don't know.
My impression, my recollection is that Earthbound's considered to be isometric because they draw the buildings in a way that's like falsely 3D. Like in typically RPG, you get the roof and you get the front face of the building, whereas Earthbound has it's done where like the streets don't go at 90-degree angles; they go at like this.
Yeah.
So it looks like you're walking a distance, or it looks like you're walking back, rather than like side and up. And the buildings have a side wall that you can see that gives them depth.
Okay.
Even though the plane you're looking at is 2-dimensional, the images that you see of the environment are drawn in a way that makes them look 3-dimensional.
Okay. I might just be confused on
I don't know.
isometric and
Maybe I'm
orthographic.
wrong. I just thought that was like an early example of an isometric perspective.
Okay.
Because it's drawn it specifically in a way that makes it look like it has depth.
I wonder if I can put swords on my feet. I can't remember. Oh.
All right, well, tell you what, let's keep fighting about geometry on the next Sterling episode.
He's dead, folks. This is serious rap on Preston. Next time I'll have a new co-host. Hopefully they can fucking hold their shit together.
Press can't play. Continue.